What's going on with this Kyle Pizzle, the 60-minute man himself? Finally, we got our belt back from Philly 500. Of course, it's been a couple weeks since I had it, but just had a lot going on, and just wanted to thank him again for sending it. You guys realize that it costs like $75 to send this thing back and forth. So it's, you know, as content creators, you know, we do our best to entertain and to put out the content that you guys will like and enjoy. And, you know, Philly 500 and I have a little rivalry going on. Obviously, he's a big Eagles fan, and I'm a Giants fan. And so it's always great to put on that content and give it to you guys, and hope you enjoy it. As always, if you guys love what Pizzle does, if you love the channel, at the top of the comments, there's a tip and donation that you guys can give. I love when you guys do that, but not only that, but send me a message with it. I love to read anything you guys send me in support of myself and the channel or my family, man. It just absolutely means a lot to me. So anytime you guys can do that, it is so much appreciated. I have to get around to doing some shout outs, but I want to do something special with that. So I still want to give it some time to come up with something special and unique for all those that have given me tips and donations, because it means a lot when you guys do it, and so I appreciate it. But nevertheless, I have to make this video because it's been a minute since I made one. So we're coming off of another Mahomes Super Bowl, which is only going to cause the QB debate to be stronger among so many people. Really, I call them casuals, but you know, we won't go that deep into it. But nevertheless, let's think about our New York Football Giants for a moment. When I became a Giants fan, I didn't sit there and say, "Oh man, I can't wait till the day that I'm on YouTube talking about the Giants," or "I can't wait till I'm out there giving my opinion about it." Now, obviously, as an adult, as we get older, we formulate opinions about things, right? Whether it's football, politics, life in general, just whatever. Like, we're going to have an opinion, right? But as we know, everybody's got one, right? So who's right, who's wrong, all this and that. Look, I'm going to tell you guys like this. I support the New York Football Giants with everything that I have in my heart and my being. They've done so much for me in my life and given me confidence when I needed it as a man, and helped me in so many ways that when they are down, when they are a rock bottom, which they have been what feels like almost a decade now, right? I know the 2022 season felt really good to us. We weren't at the bottom there, but you know, it's just been a rough going for us Giant fans over the last decade. We have to still remember that we're still one of the most successful franchises in all of the NFL, right? I mean, you know, the Chiefs have been great these last few years, right? The last several years. But man, the Giants still are up there with 4 Super Bowls, 4 championships. And it's not like they won these things in the 70s, right? Or just strictly the 80s, you know, or even just the 90s. They've been somewhat fairly recent, right? It's not like it's been 40 fucking years or anything like that. So the point being is that us Giant fans, I understand the issues or the frustrations that we have, but we also have to remember that we're one of the best franchises that the NFL has ever seen. I truly believe that. With that being said, guys, I don't think some of you understand quite yet. Some of these content creators are having a real tough time because I see this content that these other guys are creating. And I understand that some of these geeks out there, they're trying to make it, right? They're trying to put out this content. They're on Instagram now. They're on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube. They're on all these platforms trying to sell their opinion, right? And their strong opinion is that Daniel Jones isn't that guy, but one of these college guys who they don't know for sure can win a game in the National Football League clearly is the guy. And the issue that I have with that is how they have so much clarity when they don't have a fucking clue, right? And I don't have, I mean, look, who would have known that Brock Purdy, for example, Mr. Irrelevant, 7th round draft pick, was going to come in the NFL, and granted his team is great, but play a Super Bowl game as a starting quarterback. Not just by accident, not by backup, by starting the whole season and getting there, right? Nobody for sure knew on that. Nobody knew that Tom Brady was going to work out. Stop acting or assuming that these guys coming in from college is just guaranteed to be better than Daniel Jones. Look, I'm frustrated with Daniel Jones. I'm frustrated with the fact that he's had a hard time staying healthy in his career. But I have seen at times that Daniel Jones can be the most talented quarterback that the New York Giants has ever seen. We've never, and look, I loved Eli. Eli Manning. When Eli Manning found the New York Giants, he left them in a better condition than he found them, right? He showed up, they had 2 rings. He left, they had 4 rings, right? He doubled the rings in his time with the New York Football Giants. Daniel Jones can do all of the things that any quarterback for the Giants in the history of their team can do and more when he is at his game. But here's the thing. The organization has not given him the tools to be successful. And there's not one great quarterback in the National Football League, including Mahomes, that doesn't have a guy, that doesn't have a number 1 horse that they can ride. I don't know what Pat Mahomes looks like without Travis Kelce. I have no fucking idea. But I know that he's a huge weapon. And I know that late in the Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl, Travis Kelce was a beast for Mahomes. Was an absolute beast. That's not to say that Mahomes didn't carry the torch and lead them and all this and that. That's not to say that. Although their defense played really damn good in that game, because the 49ers was busting them up for a first half of football, but the defense kept them in it and gave Mahomes the opportunity. See, that's the thing, is all great quarterbacks have a defense, have a running game, have some receivers. They have guys that keep their teams in the games and give the quarterback a chance to be successful. I'm sorry, but a lot of you guys think it's this whole thing where this guy's carrying the team, or we should have a guy who can carry the team. I'm sorry, guys, but quarterbacks don't carry teams. The players on the other players on the team give the quarterback an opportunity to make a play. That's what it is. That's simply what it is. Mahomes can't be Mahomes if he has the worst defense in the league on his team. He can't be. I'm sorry. You can give me any numbers you want to. Steve Spagnuolo is one of the great defensive coordinators ever in this game, and he's one of the main reasons. And he doesn't get any credit for the New York or for the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, he had success with the Giants. Kills me that we ever let that man leave the facility. Andy Reid is also one of the best coaches, basically, of all times. I mean, he's a great fucking coach. I would kill if I was an Eagles fan. I'd want to jump off a damn bridge watching Andy have all this success in Kansas City. You let that guy leave the facility. Like, it's not just Mahomes. Like, that's what kills me. Is like, I think Mahomes deserves his flowers, but it's not just him. But yet, when you talk about Daniel Jones or the quarterback position for the Giants, excuse me, you guys all want to make it about him. It can be. That was not the case for Eli. Eli had a great running game. A lot of you guys like to say that he had this bad offensive line. Listen, the offensive line was spotty at times for Eli during his good years, but they came together when it mattered the most. He had good defenses. Like, again, I loved Eli, but he had the resources to be successful. He didn't have to carry the damn team. Stop asking Daniel Jones to do that. Nobody else has to do that. Nobody. Nobody. Support your quarterback. Support your team. If you want to give an opinion, give an opinion, but at least have some understanding of what the hell you're talking about. It kills me listening to some of y'all's garbage. You want to trade multiple first-round draft picks and Kayvon to move up to the number 1 pick to draft fucking who? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyways, guys, please show Pizzle some love. It will give me the motivation to make some content this off season. Hope you guys are all doing great. Hope you guys are all doing well. And we'll see you when we see you.